Hi, I'm Pat Stupi, and I'd like to welcome you tonight to our production. And I have a few people I would like to thank. I want to thank the Tallmadge Foundation, who have sponsored this show, and they have this is the third Christmas that they're sponsoring our show. You will find information on their organization in your playbill. I also want to really thank all the patrons who have helped us keep alive, even during COVID, by donating. We also, with that money, are able to have 2 scholarships that we offer to 2 graduating seniors who are going into the fine arts. And that's something that we've done ever since we started 20-some years ago. I also would like to thank all the advertisers. Make sure you see those in the playbill. And I would like to thank our board, who works tirelessly to put this together. On top of those people, I need to thank the cast. This cast has been absolutely my favorite cast ever to work with. I want to thank the parents and wives and whatever relations that for sharing all the time that they've been here with us. The crew who have spent hours and hours, costume designers, the lighting, the sound people, all these people are completely volunteer. And they put in a humongous number of hours to do this. And I do appreciate them so much for what they do. Make sure tonight that you please turn your phones off. And there's no flash photography because it really affects the action. At this time, I would like to get started, so sit back and enjoy your trip to the Burzy Woods.
Oh, please, excuse me, I didn't see you there. I get so caught up in my work. What's that? Oh, I'm writing a new book. It's called The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus. Where are my manners? Frank Baum. Very pleased to meet you. I'm a writer. I wrote The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Perhaps you've heard of it. Dorothy, Scarecrow, Tin Man. That's the one. Well, this book I'm writing now, this one's a little odd. It's about Santa Claus, the one and only. And this is where I first heard the story, the real story of Santa Claus, right here in the Burzy Woods. Now, for a long time, no man had ever come here. There are still parts that are unexplored. Why? Well, maybe they're afraid of the nooks and the nymphs and the fairies. Those are the immortals. They watch out over things. The nymphs are in charge of the plants and the trees. The nooks are in charge of the beasts. And the fairies, well, they look out for us humans. But it wasn't a fairy that told me this story. It was a wood nymph. And her name was Necile.
Who tells my story?
Sounds like the wizard himself. Necile! Don't you recognize me? Frank!
Oh, Frank, it's been so long, Frank, you've gotten so much heavier.
I guess that's the way some mortals are.
And haven't aged well at all. What are you doing to your hair?
Hair? I'm surprised you're still around after all this time.
And I look far better than you. Years, centuries even make no difference to us.
Well, anyway, I was trying to write down the story of Santa Claus. Remember your story, the one that you told me?
No, it is not a story to be written down. It is a story to be told, and only to a child.
But you told it to me.
Because you have the heart of a child, you know how they behave, their songs, their secrets, and you're blaring it out to all these people? Can they be trusted?
They're with me.
I won't hold it against them. He makes up things, you know, talking scarecrows and tin men and cowardly lions.
Will you help me tell the story?
No, I will tell it and you stay quiet. Telling the truth doesn't suit him. Neither does the suit. Don't they pay you writers?
I see. Anyway, so the story began when the seal went to the edge of the woods, found the baby.
Wrong. Again, wrong, mortals cannot be trusted. I will show you how it all happened. Each full moon, we all dance here. This is the royal circle of the queen. Ack the master woodsman, he is our king. Now as it happened, everything was quiet throughout the Bursey woods. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
That's been used.
You going to let me tell this? Just then, with a voice sounding like thunder, the master woodsman spoke.
Hey, everyone!
What is it, Ack?
Can you make them stop?
Of course, honored one. Hey!
Thank you.
Voice like thunder.
Come, my people, and sit a minute. I have a story to tell that concerns us all.
Something happened on your last trip outside the Bursey woods?
Indeed it did, and it involves a mortal. It is against our law to communicate with humans, even forbidding them sins. I know you fairies watch over them. Yes, and a fine job you're doing at that as well. Down in front. Well, here's what happened. I was on my way back in the woods when I came upon a small human, a child, they call it.
A child. This is my cue.
Yes, and a group of them are called children.
But you did not touch this child, did you? That would be against your laws.
Yes. No, I mean, you're quite correct, my dear. I did not touch it. But I did make some provision for it.
I knew you were hiding something. What provisions, as you call it?
I had Shigra, the lioness, watch over it and see that no harm comes. It's such a puny thing.
Yes, but they grow. I've heard.
Oh, here we go. Yes, King Will.
As King of the Nooks, your highness, you are of course well aware that I'm in charge of those who watch over the beasts.
We all know what your job is here, Will. Get
Yes,
on with it.
but if you are to make such arrangements, well, with all due respect, I should have been consulted.
He has a point.
He always has a point. I'm telling you now, King Will. Am I going too fast for you? Do you hear my voice?
But now is too late.
Says who?
Good point.
I believe Will is concerned what will happen if the human foundlings left in the forest.
That is none of our concern. Surely the child will be rescued by one of its own kind? Wait a minute, this could be something.
See, here comes the seal. She had gone to the edge of the woods, found the little baby.
Don't
and-
make me come over there.
Sorry.
May I say something to Master Woodsman?
Keep it short.
Miss Seal, what are you carrying there?
A little something. Something for me.
Naseel! Why have you brought that human into our land, into our very group?
This is what I was afraid of.
Do not be afraid. He won't hurt you.
How do you know it's a he?
Oh, grow up.
Is it true, Miss Seal? You have broken our laws by bringing it here?
But it was so helpless it needed me.
But I had made arrangements.
Right. He left it with a
Lie.
Silence! Naseel, I know you. I know you're tired of your daily chores and want something more in your life.
That's true. But don't you see, this is what I believe I am to do to raise this baby as my own.
It is forbidden.
How?
How? How, she asked? You talk to her, she's your favorite.
You're not helping. Naseel, we have laws here in the Bursey Woods. Laws that we have lived by for centuries.
Laws which you yourself have made.
And that is why I don't have a problem with them.
But you yourself met the child and took care of it by placing Shigra to watch over it.
Yes, well,
So how can you forbid me taking care of the baby when you yourself did the same thing?
She's gotcha.
Yes, all right. Naseel may keep her human child and raise it as her own, and I'll give it my protection. But that is it. No more mortals shall be cared for by an immortal.
I just want the one.
What will you call it?
I've been thinking about that. I shall name him Claus. It means little one.
Claus. Such a nice name.
Why not call him Niklaus? That way everyone will know he is yours. Naseel Niklaus.
That will be his full name then. Niklaus. But I shall call him only Claus.
Claus. Get it? As in Saint Claus?
And we shall teach him our ways and raise him as one of our own.
Let the celebration continue.
And he's going to be cared for in the best way I know. I shall make him a bed of the softest of moss. And he will grow tall and strong and be loved by all the immortals. He'll be smart in the ways of the Bursey Woods. He will not be afraid of anything, and he will have many friends. Stronger and smarter he will grow, and he will love all. But most of all, the one who takes care of him and who loves him the most. He will become all that he can as a human, and also know the ways of the immortals. He'll be my love, my family, and he'll love me most of all. But now he has too much human in him. He stays away longer and longer from his trips into the woods. He stays away too long. It is almost
As if he is curious about the outside world.
I never understood that about him. We always know our ways and our customs. We have no need for this.
For this need to learn more, to explore?
You have to understand this was not our way.
But it was his. He is a human, after all.
I had hoped he would not be so infected.
But still, it happened just like that and became a turning point in his life.
And he had help, as I was to find out. Ack, the Master Woodsman, had a hand in this.
Naseel, got a minute? We need to talk.
And it happened on this particular day. What is it we need to talk about, Master Woodsman?
I have been with your human child. I've seen him grow and ask questions. Questions no immortal can answer. So I've taken him out of the woods.
But why?
Hey, I'm making this up as I go. We do not know his ways. So I've taken him out of the woods to see other humans and how they live.
Claus?
He has changed, Naseel.
Claus?
He is different.
Claus?
He's no longer one of us.
No! He will always be one of us.
See for yourself.
Claus, what the Master Woodsman said, is it true? Are you changed?
Not towards you, Mother. That will never change. But I have seen others like me. I've seen my people. I knew I was different from all the other immortals, even though you never let on. I thought I was one of a kind. But it turns out there are others, so many others like me, out there.
Indeed, and they outnumber us, and a gang of them gets together and they start building.
Quiet.
But I've seen them. Big ones, little ones, fat ones, thin ones. I remember their faces. All sorts. Reckless, anxious. They live their lives day to day, always wondering, never worrying. Some work at tedious jobs, while others strut around pompously.
I saw that.
But most of all, I remember the children. Ragged little children rolling in the dust of the streets, playing with scraps and pebbles, others dressed in fine silks and fed sugar plums. And yet, the odd part was, these children were no happier than the ones in rags.
Childhood is the happiest time for humans, I have heard. They are carefree and joyful.
Yet, all children, rich or poor, are equally fair and sweet.
You see, Naseel? Well, none of us age. But he does, and this changes him. At first, you were like a mother to him. Now you are like a sister. And soon, as you well know, you will be like a daughter to him.
Being human curses him with age.
And you knew all too well when you took him in for your own. So, my lad, what will you do?
My mother, who I would cherish for the rest of my mortal life. But while there is still time, I have a plan. I wish to bring joy and happiness to all the human children. They deserve it most.
A noble idea, if you're to be among mortals in the first place. But beware.
Of what?
As you go out into the human world, you shall have the protection, and all of us here. You may call upon the nooks and the nymphs and the fairies for your help.
No, Master Woodsman. I must learn to solve my own problems. You have all done so much for me. It's only right that I go and fight my own battles and solve my own problems.
We will all miss you here, with your gentle heart and bravery.
Here we go.
I promised myself I wouldn't cry.
Well, it's a big world, and I better get started.
I packed a few things for you. This will help you on your travels.
This is perfect. This is exactly what I need. For the rest of my life, I will carry this sack, for it'll always remind me of you, dear mother.
And you'll bathe regularly and wash behind your ears.
Yes, mother. I'll be back again soon for a visit. Again and again, so often you won't have time to miss me.
Go raise children.
Oh, and one other thing. Beware of the Awgwas.
I almost forgot.
The Awgwas?
Big, hairy brutes, not nice at all. They scare and they pester children.
Well, I'll be on my best guard, but who knows where the trail will take me.
He will be fine.
We don't know that. What will he do on his own? What will he become?
Now, this part of the story is hard for the seal. I'm sure she won't mind my taking over as long as I don't get carried away, as I sometimes do. You know, I find, especially as I get older, my thoughts tend to ramble, I get distracted easily, and is that a squirrel? Come on, Frank, focus. Anyway, Claus wandered for a bit and eventually came to this village, Laughing Valley. There, he found that the immortals had built him a small cottage that awaited his arrival. And here he comes now.
Ah, it is a palace. I know I'll be happy here. I must thank the Master Woodsman and the Immortals for all the work they've done on my behalf. Did I just giggle? If so, I must have learned to throw my voice. Ah, I see I have company. Come out, whoever you are. And who shall I say is calling?
She's Mary. How'd you do?
How'd you do? And who's your brave friend here?
He's named Mika.
Nice to meet you. My name is Claus, but most people call me just Claus.
Just Claus?
What I mean is most people call me Claus. I'm new to Laughing Valley, and you made me feel most welcome.
It was my idea.
What's in your sack?
Ah, you're curious. I know that feeling very well.
Oh, it's always sends us with someone's candy sack. You never know what's in it. Uh-huh. When you're children, they don't tell you anything.
You know, I was wondering, would you two like to learn some lessons? Perhaps do some chores? Or would you rather play?
Play!
Then let's play!
And so, they danced, and they sang and played, until it was time for them to go. But just then, an old friend of Claus's stopped by.
What's the matter? What's wrong?
We have to go now, but it's cold outside. And the frost will come.
Frost, eh? Somebody else at the door. I think I may know who this one is.
Surprise! Go on, admit it.
Jack Frost, we were just talking about you.
I figured. Thought I'd catch you, my lad. It's always a treat to see you. But who were you just speaking about me with? I don't see anyone here but, you.
They're hiding.
Why? They can't see me.
Oh, but they know your touch.
I do get around. My handiwork is seen by everyone. With a wink, I can nice a pasture. With a yawn, I can frost the forest. And with a laugh, I can lace the lake.
Is this why you stopped by to do a commercial?
I came here to welcome you. Any food you want well kept.
Well, I thank you for your welcome.
So my welcome is welcome.
But now I have a favor to ask of you.
You have only to ask, and I'll give her a shot, my lad. You'll find I am big in this neighborhood, especially among the children. I do love to nip the young ones. The older ones are tough. They hurt my fingers.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Why do you torment them so?
Torment? Torment? Why, sir, you cut me to the quick. I am their guardian. Their hint of things to come. Their warning.
Oh, you didn't have to explain that one.
Claus, are you still a baby in the woods? You must look at the world as it is. If I were not there to nip them on their ears, nor decorate their neighborhoods in my icing, they wouldn't know it was getting cold. That old man winter would soon be here, and they must get back to their warm and cozy homes.
Never thought of it that way.
You were raised in the woods.
I suppose you're going to go start this job now, then?
I'm late already. That's what I get for dropping in on old friends.
Then on to that favor. Suppose you started another village, and then work your way back to this one.
Oh, I suppose. Little enough favor to ask.
And one more thing. I've always wondered, how is it you travel so quickly? In the blink of an eye, you go from village to village.
Trade secret.
I have nothing to trade.
All right, but don't go spreading this around, my lad. I am able to fly on the frost scale.
The frost gale.
It blows over the whole world and I take a ride. Keep warm, Claus. I'll be watching.
You can come out now.
Who were you talking to? We didn't hurt anyone but you.
I was talking to Jack Frost himself. But now, you two better get home before your mother and father start to worry.
But the cold. The frost will be here soon.
Well, you may make it in time if you hurry.
Okay, but we had a good time playing with you. I wish we could play again.
You may come by anytime you wish.
But what do we do until then? I wish we had something to play with when we're not here.
Something to play with. There may be something in that. But for now, hurry! Something to play with. Maybe there is something to that.
And here it started. He sat down with his carving knife and a piece of wood and started making something to play with for his new friends. He didn't know it then, but he was carving out his own fate. This was the beginning for him and the many children who would become his friends. But even though he didn't know it, it made him many enemies as well.
Did you hear that? What is that? I don't know. I don't think I want to.
The Awgwas. Like us mortals, the Awgwas cannot be seen by human children. But the children know they are there. The Awgwas tease and torment children. They creep into children's nightmares in long twilight shadows and hide under children's beds. Yet, Claus had no idea of any of this. He had never known evil, so how could he recognize it?
There. This will make a wonderful plaything for Weekum. And for Mayrie, I have made this.
Well, he certainly recognizes beauty.
The next time they come, I'll give them these. What should I call these? They're sort of like small trinkets that bring the children joy. Trinkets, joy. Trinkets, joy. Aha! I've got it! Jinkets. No. Toy. Toy. I like that. Toy.
May we come in and play?
And just in time, I have presents for you both.
Presents? We never give presents! That's so nice! Where are they?
Something for you to play with when you're not here. I call them toys.
Oh my! It's a cat!
And you may name it as if it were a real cat.
I'll call it... Cat!
And for you, Mary, I've made this. I made her to look just like my own mother, but you can call her...
Dolly!
Dolly.
She looks so much like my mother's sister. Her name is Dolly, so I'll call her Dolly as well.
Dolly. I like that.
Claus, can you make another one?
Another one.
It's for someone else. Her name is Bessie Blossom. I know her and she's awfully sad.
Bessie Blossom. Doesn't she live over in that large house that belongs to the Lord of Lurd?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. For what I hear, he's very wealthy and hates all visitors. She has so much and you have so little.
I know, but she's so sad. Can't we make one for her?
Let me think on that.
We better get home. The frost will be here soon.
But it's so early, and I have warm chestnuts and other things for us to eat.
Warm chestnuts? Maybe we could stay a little longer. But we have to go, and now.
Don't tell me you want a toy too.
You're disrupting everything. What we call the balance of things, my lad. How am I supposed to do my work when you keep the children here with your games?
I give them some joy, some happiness into their lives. I do not keep them here. It's their own choice.
Some choice. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, or Jack Frost nipping at their nose.
You can't rile me today, Jack. I have much work to do. And that's why I came to Laughing Valley.
You do have a way about you. Let's just hope it doesn't get you into trouble.
But do I make toys for all the children?
Take a tip from me, Claus. They're all alike in my eyes. Do as I do. I get them all.
The rich and the poor?
Rich or poor, I nip them. But be careful, dear boy. Those who live in the shadows won't take kindly to your new enterprise.
The Awgwas?
The very ogres of which I speak.
What can they want with me?
What indeed? I'm afraid you may just find out.
What indeed? And on that very day, the Awgwas became aware of something, or someone, who went against every evil thing the Awgwas stood for.
Here comes Cat. He's a brave cat. He'll always watch over your dolly. Cat will always be my favorite. My favorite. Cat? Where did he go? Cat? You must have lost him. I did not. Yes, you did. But he was right here. You lost him. You must have lost her. I didn't know. You said I lost Cat. You did lose Cat. And you lost Dolly. No. Mother! It wasn't me.
What are these? Do not know, but they make children giggle too much.
But even sadder when we take them.
Where do these come from? They make children happy. We must stop this.
To King Awgwas.
He'll know what to do. He'll put a stop to this.
That's why he's king.
I know he's the king. Will you stop telling me that?
I didn't mean anything.
You're always arguing.
Listen to this, like she's the king's favorite. Did you ever wonder where the toys go? Sometimes it's not really the children who lose them. Sometimes.
I've come to see Bessie Blissum. Please tell her she has a visitor.
A visitor, eh? You precious new-laid egg. You must not be from round here, eh?
No, I've only lived in Laughing Valley a few weeks, it's true, but I have a gift for her. I do. My name is Claus.
You best get out of here for the Lord puts the hounds on you.
No, but she'll like this.
All right.
I call it a toy.
Toy, is it? Lord of Lord don't win much for salesmen.
Oh, it's not for sale.
What do you want us to do with it then? Rent it?
No, it's free.
Ha! Free, says! Out of the blooming Jack Frost! Free!
Oh, you know Jack Frost? Him and I are old friends. No, wait.
Look,
Claus.
Sure. Look, Claus. I don't know what your game is or what you're on about, but we're not having any. Here, point. We're not having any. You
toys if I can't even get through their doors?
There are other ways in the houses.
Who said that?
I said there are other ways in the houses.
Dear! The same ones I played with when I was a boy. It's so good to see you.
We remember you too. You've grown up.
So have you.
It's the antlers. They make us look older.
And what handsome ones they are, too.
So you want to get into that house with your gift?
Yes, but I can't. Why do you laugh at that?
We laugh because it helps us think.
Laughing helps you think?
Of course. Why don't you try it?
If it'll solve my problems.
That's no laugh.
A big laugh.
Why is it big?
The bigger the problem, the bigger the laugh.
Okay, here it goes. Ho, 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 ho! Why, it does work!
So you solved your problem?
Indeed I have. When I threw back my head to laugh, I spotted a chimney up on the roof. I'll go up on the rooftop, click, 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 then down through the chimney with my gift for Bessie.
There you go.
A good laugh always helps out when you need it the most.
And you have a good deep laugh too.
Thank you. I cannot go climbing out of rooftops in the broad daylight. I'm bound to be seen.
Sounds like another problem.
Yes, it does. Ho, 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 ho!
This could be trouble.
What, is it Awgwas?
No, we have smelled an Awgwa long before now.
It is Will, the King Nook.
Here now, Claus, you can't escape my gaze. I see you, I see all, I hear all. I am, after all, King of the Nooks.
I know you very well, King Will. You were one of my teachers, and a very good teacher at that, too.
Flattery will not get you anywhere with me, Claus, unless it's sincere.
Of course it's sincere.
Indeed. Now, what are you up to with my dear? You know the Nooks keep watch over the base of the forest. You have business with them, you go through me. I keep the books on all of them.
We were just laughing?
Unlikely story. I've heard of all Claus, you can't put a wool over my eyes. Now, you two better be off. I have business with Claus.
We'll be leaving now.
We'll be down by the lake.
What business do you have with me, Will?
Business? I am missing some of me Nooks.
Missing some nooks?
And I have heard, through the grapevine, that they are working with you in your shop.
I haven't seen any nooks since I left the Bursey Woods.
The way I get it, see, they want to help you make your
Toys?
for the human children.
Will, I have no nooks working for me. You have my word on that.
We'll see, Claus. We'll see. I got my eye on you.
Nooks want to help me make toys. I mean, they would be a great help. I have so many toys to make and so many children, but can Nooks make toys? I see, I've company again. Weeka, Mary,
Claus, old friend.
Lamb, Barlow, it's so good to see you again.
We missed you too, Pinky.
Hey, Cindy, stop calling me that.
We have come to work with you.
We want to help you.
Help me make toys?
We have also heard your children laugh. It is a wonderful sound.
We wish to hear it more.
What about King Will? He was just here to warn me about this.
Ah, we're not afraid of him.
Nah, we can handle that windbag.
Claus! I thought you said you were going to handle him.
I thought so too.
I heard voices.
You have very good ears.
I told you I see all, I hear all.
Will, it's like this. When I told you a moment ago I hadn't seen any nooks, I was being truthful with you.
Claus, the humanity is already rubbing off on you. You sound like a lawyer. What was that?
Those were visitors.
Visitors. Who can hear my voice? Well, he can't be human.
They say they're elves?
You can see the problem. It was one thing to raise a human among us. It was one thing for that very same human to leave us and go out among other humans. However, taking immortals with him, this was something else completely. This was going too far. In some eyes, that is.
You were always the Master Woodsman's favorite.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, your Claus has taken me nooks, and he shall have to answer for it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah!
We'll see what the Master Woodsman has to say.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Then you'll see.
Maybe it'll be you who will see.
And maybe not.
All right. Over here, both of you.
Way to go.
You're very loud. You're disturbing me. You're disturbing the entire wilderness.
But
What is causing all the noise?
she is.
Stop it. Why is it like this? You both think the other is wrong.
And it's up to someone with a cooler head to solve the problem.
Exactly.
Which is you?
Which is me? Indeed. Which is me. Which was what I was about to say.
But didn't.
Which is why we came to you.
Right.
I called you, remember?
After all, it was you who first brought the human child into the Mercy Woods.
Gee, I almost forgot. I seem to be having much help these days.
Will has been spying on Claus, and now he blames him for his missing nooks.
You're missing nooks?
They'll turn up.
Indeed, they have turned up. They have turned up. Missing.
How can they turn up if they're missing?
I thought you were supposed to know all of this.
You think?
It's not only my nooks, but I believe Claus has something planned. I don't know what yet. For my dear as well.
I will see to my Claus, and Will may mind his own business.
But this is my business.
Wait! Okay. Here's how it's gonna be. Nassil, you've gotten your way in the past. Therefore, I must rule in favor of King Will.
Aha!
Will keep an eye on. You will watch over your nooks, and you'll tend to the beasts of the forest. And if Claus is making use of them without your permission, I will be forced to take action. It will be by his word.
Sound judgment on your part, sir.
And I'll watch over Claus.
Oh, you warning. I will be watching.
No, Nassil.
What?
Will is right in this case. That you cannot watch Claus just for a while.
Not
Because
watch
when they are young, they must be looked after, cared for. That when they grow older, then they are in the hands of someone who has more power than I. And that is the way of the humans.
Not watch over Claus.
Just for a while.
As it should be.
See what you did.
Me? See what you did!
See what you both did.
And so, it seemed that Claus would be on his own, and the seal could not interfere. King Will, well, he devoted his time to trying to catch Claus. And this went on for many years.
Well, let's see what we have here.
All this time, there were others watching Claus as well.
We will now take a 15-minute intermission.